exactly. So.
Great. What gave you the idea of Young Parisians? Because I only heard it performed about once or twice, if ever, before you put it out. So it was a really dark horse, as you call it.
We just did it. We did it, and at the time we just thought it was the most potential single material, and also we wanted to do something that would just set the record straight and keep people confused, and that's the whole idea of it. If people know what you're going to do, then you might as well forget it. Yeah. Also, we got given vast sums of money for doing it, so I mean, why not, you know?
Yeah.
We used it as a mutual thing. I mean, we used it. I mean, we would have put it out anyway. I mean, it was our choice. But I mean, you know, the record company liked it, and that was fine. You know, it doesn't really matter.
What made you side with Decca? You know, like there's all the independent labels and
because the independent labels are worse than the big labels. Independent labels have got no money, they've got no nothing, and the idea, what our aim is to get over to as many people as you can and give them all a fair idea of what you represent. And small companies, the bulk of them, like the small companies, are just they belong to big companies. Like Stiff belongs to EMI, Radar belongs to EMI. All the labels belong to big labels, and we did approach one or two very independent labels, and they turned out to just be nowhere at all, you know. You know. Yeah. I mean, you don't get this sort of promotion from small record labels. They're very expensive.
Yeah. So you thought a big record
label. And also, Decca were kind of English company, and you know, I don't know. I think we thought that. I mean, they were sincere, you know, in what they're doing. They stuck by us. And you know, you don't have to like record companies, you just have to sort of work with them.
It's up to you, mutual give and take.
I mean, if we lose Decca, we'll go to a bigger label, we won't go to a smaller label. You know, we'll go bigger, to a bigger label.
Yeah.
Because we can get our record out the way we want it.
Yeah. Were there any, like, background reasons apart from just personal conflict that Johnny Bivouac wasn't doing what you wanted?
No, there's no personal conflict. Johnny Bivouac's a great guitar player, and I respect him a lot, and it's very mutual. It's just that the direction the music was going conflicted with the way John was playing, and he was aware of it, and we were aware of it, and then there wasn't actually a case of either side saying, well, I have to leave, or you've got to go, you know. It was just a case of, you know, he knew and we knew, so he just sort of quite honourably just said, I think it would be a better idea if I leave, so it was the right thing.
Yeah. What do you think of, have you got any opinion on fanzines opposed to, like, sounds and anything?
Yeah, fanzines.
Press, no?
Yeah, I mean, fanzines is, in my opinion, the only form of... A good fanzine, I must reiterate. I don't mean a fanzine that just fucking does articles on, like, the six top groups, you know. Yeah. I picked a fanzine up the other day, and it had, like, Clash, Public Image, Penetration, and Sham 69. I mean, I like the groups are okay, but as far as I'm concerned, the idea of a fanzine, I mean, we started off in fanzines when we were nothing and nowhere, and it was fanzines that made Adam in the end. And the interview that Sound did with me this year was all done 2 years ago in Rips and Torn. So, I mean, I said that to them. I said that all these questions you're asking me, I've answered before.
Yeah.
Because I believe that a good fanzine is the only pure, legitimate press.
Yeah.
But the bulk of them turn out to be very shabby affairs, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You know. And they should go out and discover new talent, not just rely on the established talent.
How do you think the press got hold of this Nazi business, really?
Because of Deutsche Girls. Deutsche Girls means German girls, and obviously anybody who's German's a Nazi.
Yeah.
So there you go. I mean, they've got no...
Was that it?
Yeah, that's basically it.
Because Julie Bertram was writing about that you dressed up in Nazi.
I've never worn a swastika in it. I mean, basically, I've no reason to. I mean, I've got more reason not to than to, because I'm a Roman Egyptian, and you know, I mean, it's ridiculous, you know. I mean, it's just that women like Julie Bertram have got a problem. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, it's pretty serious. I just think it's because most journalists are just frustrated musicians. Yeah. And I don't know what she is. I don't know if she's just pure frustrated, but she's just a very angry young woman. The trouble is that she's not got the intelligence to be clever or smart. You have to be clever to get away with it, and she just hasn't got any brains at all.
Yeah.
Which was just, you know, sheep.
Flying.
Yeah, it's sheep. I mean, they're told what to do. You go to NME, you're told what groups to like, what groups not to like, what's hip and what ain't hip. And that's what happened.
Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah, what was one of your first gigs as admin? Say your first gig.
The ICA restaurant, at the ICA. But the first actual Packer gig at an Out was at Cheltenham when Dave Barb joined at very short notice. And that was, I don't know when that was with a slip.
And what about like the Craig the Town or us lot, it's where we live Bexley Craig? Was that pretty early on?
That was relatively early on, yeah. Yeah, I mean, Bivouac was Kid, wasn't it, in the group then?
I don't know. I know, is the model supporting?
Yeah, it was just Kid, I think, in the group. Because we've had several guitarists. I mean, Matthew's the last in a long line of guitarists. Because the guitar sound has been the big problem.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah, right. I don't think there's anything else, unless you...
What do you think about Italian kids pretending to be English and bobbing at the stage?
They're not pretending to be English, they're just being themselves.
Penso che abbiano che facciano l'imitazione dei ragazzi inglesi, fanno solamente quello che vogliono.
Sì, gli chiedevano backstage.
Probably you can't take this away, so why?
Perché è un comportamento che non è assolutamente, cioè non si verifica in nessun concerto tranne che...
Because it is something never happened before in no gigs.
Yeah. Well, they didn't do it before.
Non c'è stato mai nessun concerto prima.
Yeah, non c'è stato nessuno.
lui dice di fare.
Beh, è chiaro che la PFM non prende.
Sì, no.
They didn't do it before you. What? They've only started today.
Yesterday.
Well, that makes me very happy. I think that's the start of a whole new movement in Italy then. That's great, isn't
Sono
it?
molto felice all'inizio del movimento in Italia, ecco cosa è successo.
La faccio sua, che io...
Dai, su.
No, a me proprio non mi frega niente. Comunque, senti, vabbè, tornano.
Are you planning to come back to Italy?
Yeah, I hope so, yeah, as soon as possible.
Dovrei farlo appena possibile.
As soon as possible, yeah.
E domandagli così, non so, riguardo l'amica, così, si parla, come si muove. No, cosa...
Why do you move as this while you're singing? What's the meaning of miming?
It's not miming, it's, I think of the lyrics, I think of the story and the words, and it's interpreting the words with my
Non fa
body.
altro che interpretare le parole delle sue canzoni, non è un'interpretazione dei suoi pezzi.
E come mai, quando vai in giro, cioè, mi hanno detto che è molto diverso nelle abitudini giorni da quello che ci fare.
Devo chiederti così.
Ti dice di no.
Are you different from your everyday life and from the way you are singing or acting?
No, I'm not different, but more excited. I'm a different frame of mind. I'm the same person, but in a different frame of mind. So.
È sempre la stessa persona, ma con un diverso modo di pensare, un diverso livello mentale.
Per quello che si colora appunto, si vede.
That's for this that you are painting your face and dressing another way.
Yeah. What does he want to know about that? Oh no, I do that all the time. I'm up through all the time, yeah, I'm up through all the time. Yeah.
Senti, domandagli un po' cosa pensa del fatto che cioè, c'era tutte queste paure che venissero lì, che potevano succedere incidenti.
What do you think about all the fears that were before your gig, about all the fights that should be here?
All the fascists,
No, the fights.
all the fights.
Were you afraid about it?
Well, he asked me if I was afraid of it, and I said no, and I'm still not afraid of it. When it happens, I won't be afraid of it. You deal with it.
E non ci ho pensato molto, non avevo paura e cioè, fino al momento in cui è successo non avrebbe avuto paura. Poi c'era qualcosa si vedeva al momento, insomma.
Quanti anni da quanto tempo si sono messi a suonare?
Since when have you played with the hands?
Started about 2 years ago.
Hanno cominciato circa 2 anni
Come
fa.
mai c'è stata così tanta difficoltà prima per diverso, cioè c'è molta gente che è uscita magari in anni 80 che è diventato un cioè, ci sono stati problemi, il fatto di manager, di queste cose.
Why have you had so many difficulties and became famous? You said many other groups took a shorter time.
E poi che fanno più
Have you had any short other groups that are not good as yours? So have you had any difficulties with manager or organization?
Oh no, it's been one big bed of roses all the way.
No, è stato un gran letto di rose tutto il tempo.
Vabbè, se mi prendo
Io
fuori
le nuvolette proprio.
E senza il punk fine avrebbero fatto. Senza il punk che fine avrebbero fatto? Cioè li vestono i panni del punk o...
Sono fai tutte le maglie del cazzo complicatissime.
Ma vabbè, dai, lo so.
No, ma riesco a tradurre una cosa del
vabbè,
genere.
insomma, comunque rimane gli
Without punk, with the punk movement, what should they have done?
Become a, what were you, laboratory attendant?
Oh, I was going to be a toilet attendant, or yeah, I was going to be a decorator, interior decorator.
Avrebbe fatto un imbianchino oppure avrebbe pulito i gabinetti?
Yeah.
Ma prima che ci fosse questo ordine di cose, lui pensava di fare esattamente le cose che sta facendo adesso, prima di vedere il Pistols.
Before having seen the Pistols, have you ever thought to do such things?
Yeah, what, you mean toilet attendant or
Sì,
a singer? Oh, yeah, yeah, a long time ago, yeah. I wrote a lot of the songs before the Sex Pistols started up. It
Era
was
proprio
just
poi ci
baby.
pensava, ci sono arrivati molto prima dei Sex Pistols a queste
Ah,
cose.
beh, chiaramente tutti
Poi si considererà un po' di più che magari con i gabinetti. Fa un po' meno schifo.
So se.
Suonare che pulire i gabinetti guadagna di più.
Anyway, playing is much better than being cabinet attendant.
Sometimes, yeah.
Poi è più divertente, la gente che ti salta d'intorno.
Perché much more fun.
Sometimes you play with shit like we did tonight.
In ogni caso ogni tanto giochi con la merda con mente, no?
Sì, ma poi in ogni caso gli può anche fare tutte e due le cose insieme, che non c'è problema.
Yeah.
It all involves shoveling shit.
Yeah.
Che ha detto?
Taking shit.
You take it and give it, really. You give
Ogni
it a
tanto si
little,
raccorda anche della
and you
merda.
take a little. That's fine, yeah. Be one guest.
No, concerti, sì.
Tirano proprio
No,
nel senso...
così il senso anche
Sì,
la
meta
merda si
fuori.
trova sempre, no?
L'ha visto un po',
Have you seen Paolo Fanzin?
Yeah.
Che ne pensi?
Do you think about
Fa pisciare...
What do I think of it? I think it's alright. I think it's in too early a state to make any justifiable comment on it. I just think if they keep working at it, it could be really good.
Penso che è un'iniziativa molto positiva perché è solo l'inizio, ma se andando avanti può veramente aprire uno di nuovi
Senti, le fanzine inglesi così sono diverse dai giornali normali, sono la stessa roba.
Is there any real difference between English fanzines and official press?
Oh yeah, yeah. English fanzines tell the truth, and it's made up of young people with healthy brains.
E che i fanzini di solito dicono la verità e sono fatti da ragazzi giovani che di solito hanno un cervello in buona salute, in buono stato.
And the national press is run by old hippies with severe cerebral laziness.
Mentre invece i giornali ufficiali sono fatti da vecchi hippies che ormai il cervello se lo sono mangiati per strada.
All frustrated musicians as well, like Nick Kent.
Tutti musicisti frustrati.
E devo dire cosa parla prima delle sue canzoni.
What are you telling in your lyrics?
Little stories about various things. Who knows? It's best to just let me give him the lyrics and he can decide, because to talk about one's work is very dull.
Normalmente racconto delle storie, ma la cosa migliore sarebbe che potesse leggere i testi del deliberato, per giudicare queste cose.
E pensa che sia possibile un collegamento tra un movimento e un gruppo? Cioè, per esempio, perché anche in Inghilterra c'è stato un collegamento tra un movimento e la gente che suonava, oppure...
There has been, sì.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, go on, I'm listening.
There has been something putting together this movement and people who were playing in England. I mean, there is something where going together during the movement of people and groups that play.
How do you mean? Has there been something? What do you mean? Well, one is a result of the other. I mean, they go hand in hand.
No, forse non avente già lavando, se mi diceva, nel senso movimento politico, diceva.
Anche.
No, il movimento allora.
No,
Cioè il movimento, ad esempio...
Che relazione è? Che correlazione erano?
La gente che guarda con...
No, va bene, come mi interessa.
Allora, c'è tutto lì.
No.
Shit.
Yeah.
Avete qualcosa da dire?
Prossima domanda?
Cioè io personalmente sono interessato
Ma lei come suona tutto questo impegno?
cosa ne pensa dei femminicisti? Perché almeno se si è scelto accuratamente uno per uno
What do you think about the guys who are playing with you? Have you chosen them one by one? No?
cioè secondo i suoi criteri di comporre musica oppure se messa assieme, cioè se il gruppo
If you chose them according to your criteria of making music, or you just make them and invited them to play in your group?
It's taken a long time, but fate brought us together.
Stavo anche detto però che ti faccio ragazzi dell'inizio.
allora se ne messa assieme
Dica il chitarrista è bellissimo.
The person I think that met you is very handsome.
Does he?
No, not that guy.
Oh no. Matthew, get in here with the Vaseline.
Lui dice che somiglia a
Similar to Sid Vicious.
Oh.
Sid che
Sid who? Who? Sid who?
Sid Vicious.
Who's Sid Vicious? Ask him.
He's Sid Vicious.
So what does sit now?
non lo conosco.
What does he do?
Cosa fa Sid Vicious?
Oh, you
Bella le
thought
ragazze.
that.
Stab-stabbing girls, they say.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh well, doesn't really matter.
Se gli interessa la rivalità, adesso c'è appunto, noto che cosa ci può chiedere?
Non so, qualcosa di tecnico.
Di tecnico cosa gli puoi chiedere? Come suona il batterio, ma cosa c'è da
Ma
fregare?
se avete finito, non è
It's long out there.
Non lo so, a me mi piace.
Io la cosa da chiedere è se quando si se fanno delle LP si vengono anche
Are you playing an LP and do you think it will be issued also in Italy?
Hey?
Are you playing an album
Yes.
and do you think it will be issued also in Italy?
Oh yes. Yes. Do you think they'll buy it?
Ma lei si vende.
pensa di
Pensi che lo
pensa di
compreranno?
diventare un io sì, sicuramente,
Easy will sell.
ma pensa di diventare un grosso successo commerciale.
Well, if people in Italy buy it, then it will be distributed in Italy.
Se la gente lo compra lo fa distribuire in Italia.
You know, there's no demand.
Compra tutti lui. He will buy all the
He will buy all the copies.
Ma
All right.
lei se pensa che
Well, that's
potrà
great.
diventare un grosso successo commerciale.
Do you think
per
it
molti
Don't
altri-
start saving them.
Do you think he will have a very great commercial success?
Who? Us.
Yes, your album especially.
It doesn't really matter about that. It's going to be a very good album. It's going to be a great album. That's all that matters. It doesn't matter whether it sells
Non
or not.
importa se sarà un gran successo, sarà esaurito, il fatto è che sarà un album.
The object of it is getting the money from the company, record company, to record it. That's all.
L'unico obiettivo è quello di riuscire a ottenere dalla casa discografica abbastanza fondi per registrare questo album. Questo sarà l'unico obiettivo che mi si è posto finora, sì.
Ma gli rompono le palle, per dire la verità.
Are you having any problem with Decca?
Oh no, it's one bed of roses.
È un altro letto di rose, è la seconda.
Gli dica fortunato.
The
You are
nicest,
very lucky.
the nicest people in the whole world.
Are you going to Rome?
Oh no, tomorrow at 11 o'clock.
Domani alle 11.
Excuse me,
Allora
please.
sono.
Excuse me.
Sorry, I'm playing in Rome.
Yeah, me bleeding rolls, me cheese rolls.
Hey?
So you're going to play
We
in Rome?
hope so, yeah.
Pensa che sì.
Probably will, but I don't
Probabilmente
know.
lo faranno, ma...
Sandwich.
Ah! Saluta. Vai poco.
I got the phone in after office.
Is it all right?
Bye-bye.
Is
Is that all right?
I got one.
Yeah, okay.